Hey!
Hey!
So welcome back to another video. For this week's channel video we are going to be comparing rides across Disneyland Paris and Disney World, Florida. So let's go. So the first ride is going to be Space Mountain. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ooh. So mine is definitely Hyperspace Mountain. I think it's so much more of a roller coaster compared to... I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Space Mountain in Florida, but the Paris one is insane. It's Star Wars themed, goes upside down, and it's incredible. So I'm really surprised you actually chose the Florida one.
Okay, so
Did you think about this before you made your choice?
Yeah, I did. So I love the Paris one. It's amazing and it is very close second, but although it's Star Wars and it goes upside down and it's amazing, it's the nostalgia of the one in Florida. I went on that as a kid and like I was only just tall enough. They were even an hour and everyone had to let me on, and I screamed the place down until they let me on, and I come off. I was in tears when I come off. My mum started shouting at my dad for letting me go on it, and then she asked me what's wrong and I went, I can't believe it's over. I started crying because it was finished, and because of that, that is why it's better. For me, it's the nostalgia thing. I get on that and I turn back to being a 5-year-old boy again, 4-year-old boy, however old I was, and that's just it. That's the only reason it wins, just for the nostalgia effect for me.
They are both amazing though.
Yeah.
So I love Space Mountain in both parks, but yeah, Paris is better. So the next one is Big Thunder Mountain. So 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So Paris obviously wins this one. Anyone who's been on both will understand why.
To be fair though, in our defence, we haven't been on the one in Florida for about 4 years because it was under construction when we last went. So we may change our minds when we go back this year.
Nah, it's not going to happen.
But oh my god, the Paris one is insane.
It's so much better. I don't want to give any spoilers away for anyone that's not been on it, but it is just amazing. It's a bigger ride, it's longer, there's more to it, and there's a bit that I just wasn't expecting.
Oh, you can tell them, it's fine.
It goes under the lake. Oh my god. So as it starts, you then drop and it goes underneath the water.
Pitch black.
It's pitch black and you can't see a thing, and it's like throwing you around, and it's so good. And it's got the same music, the same sort of layout. So it's got all the best bits of the Florida one with some additions. That's why it's the best for us.
I agree.
So number 3 is the Haunted Mansion, or sort of Phantom Manor, which is the one in Paris. Ready?
Ready? 3,
2, 1. Yeah,
Yay!
definitely Florida.
The Florida one's so good!
So I love the Florida one. The queue is amazing. Although the queues are similar, the actual ride itself is brilliant. The graveyard scene in the Florida one is amazing.
And you don't have the whole foolish mortals in the Paris one, do you? And he's like the main guy. He's the main star. He's not in Phantom Manor.
The only thing that is better about the Phantom Manor one and the Florida one is the actual building itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in Florida is more like a building with like a sheet on the outside. It looks alright, it looks good, but the Phantom Manor, it's the hotel from Psycho, and it's amazing.
I actually watched a documentary on the Haunted Mansion the other day, and obviously watching it, I was like, oh yeah, but when I'm at the parks, I'm always like, that building is so small. How do they fit that massive ride into there? You underground.
Oh yeah.
Like that never clicked. Like it actually goes, when you first get in, it goes underground. The whole ride's underground.
Yeah, because you feel it going down through the bit,
yeah. I just didn't think. And like the Phantom Manor, I'm like, that building is tiny. How do they fit? It's underground.
Every day's a school day.
Yeah, well there we go. Some Disney knowledge for you if you didn't know. So
the next one is going to be a classic, which is It's a Small World. 3, 2, 1. Yes.
Yay, match.
Obviously.
It's a match.
Obviously it's Florida. Loads of different reasons. I mean, both of them have got really bad roofs.
No. Paris is definitely worse than Florida's.
Okay, yeah. But Florida's ride is just, I feel like it's a much better ride.
Yeah, I agree.
Although they're pretty much the same, I feel like the actual characters that are in the Florida one are better. The queue is better.
I mean, the outside of the Paris one's quite cool.
Yeah,
it
with
does
a
have
big
the
glow.
big fountain thing.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's more of an area in Paris than it is in Florida, but I just love I don't know why. I don't know what's different about it, but Florida is just the one.
Yeah.
It's just the one.
It's also, I don't know if anyone else heard this, but when you're in Paris, you can literally hear the clock anywhere in the park.
Yeah, it's
It's like so loud. Like I heard it in the other park. I'm sitting there at Crusher's Coaster going, shut up! You know what I mean? It's a good ride though. It is a great ride, and we were lucky to be able to ride it the last time we went because it was down for construction the entire time we were there and opened like our last day.
Yeah.
And we queued up for it and got it, which was awesome. So at least we got to ride that. But yeah, extremely good ride. Definitely the better one in Florida.
Yeah, I agree. So the next one on the list is the Tower of Terror. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yay.
Again, there's a theme going on here.
No, we weren't always the same.
No, but you've not said anything about Florida yet.
Yeah, I have. My first two are Paris.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting.
Shut up. I love Disneyland Paris.
So, yeah, Tower of Terror. I was then thinking in my head, like, actually, is there anything about the Paris one that I like more? And I couldn't think of anything that is better than the Florida one. So Florida won it.
I think I like the way that Florida's is displayed.
Yeah, that's what did it for me.
Yeah, when you go into the Walt Disney Studios, I think that's called, at Disneyland Paris, it's kind of just there.
Yeah, in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that, but I like how in Florida you kind of stand at the top of that street, Sunset Boulevard, whatever it is, and you just see it at the end, and it just looks amazing.
Yeah, and then you sort of go in and you have to go round.
Yeah.
And it's a good.
And I feel like the one in Florida is different. I mean, it's been a while since I've been on the Florida one, but I do feel like the ride is different.
It is different. They are different.
And I don't know, when I think of Tower of Terror, I always think of the one in Florida. So that's that one.
Although,
for me.
I do want to try Mission Breakout.
Oh god, yeah. The one in California, that's definitely one we want to try. So the next one is the Rocking Roller Coaster. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone that would prefer the Paris one to Florida.
No, like when I saw the Paris one, I was kind of like, really? It literally looks like a carnival ride. Like,
the ride is pretty much the same ride in terms of what it does and how it finishes and how it starts and stuff and the
it doesn't
intro.
have the bit at the start though, does it? When you see all of Aerosmith.
Yeah, it does. It's just because they start talking about the actual angle of the track and everything.
Oh yeah, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. But the one in Florida is just so much better. I feel that it's just the ride is smoother as well. Definitely smoother.
Yeah, it's very like in Paris, but in like Florida, it does feel really smooth.
For anyone that hasn't ridden the Rock and Roller Coaster Aerosmith, it's amazing. Imagine doing a roller coaster but with like Aerosmith screaming in your ears. It's just perfect. It's amazing.
I'm pretty sure they didn't even have Aerosmith music. They
did.
No,
I remember
Paris,
it.
It wasn't even Aerosmith.
Was it not?
We like walked up to it and it was like in the queue. It was just like random music. And we were like, what is with this? I'm pretty sure it wasn't Aerosmith.
No, I remember there was a Pink Floyd song. There was a Pink Floyd song in the queue.
In the queues and stuff, it wasn't even Aerosmith,
Yeah.
which is a bit like, come on, what's wrong with your theming?
But again, the Aerosmith ride is you have to go through into its own area. And then it looks really awesome.
Yeah, you got the big like guitar.
I mean,
thing.
I think we're giving it a hard time. The one in Paris is good.
No, they are.
They
all
are
of the
both
rides,
good.
All of the rides we've mentioned are good. We're just saying which ones are our favourites.
Yeah.
And Florida definitely wins it. For
Oh yeah,
Rock and Roller
hands
Coaster.
down.
So the next one is the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. 1, 2, 3, boom. Yeah, Florida. So I was saying to Jez 2 seconds ago, this one is a difficult one for me, mainly because I love the theming of the restaurant and how you go through like, the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I really wish Florida had
Captain
that.
Jack's,
Yeah. But I actually think the whole ride in Florida is better. Like that when I first ever went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Florida, I literally went in and you can see like the night sky and you can see the 2 ships. I was literally my jaw, like I was like.
I remember that. That was so good.
Realistic.
That was the moment that was the moment you fell even more in love with Disney.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Yeah, it makes me laugh that the theming in there is out of this world, but yet they can't do the ceiling in Small World.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, agreed. I do think the one in Florida is better, only because there's one bit that breaks it for me, and that is the bit that you said about when you come through with the 2 ships. Although they've got something similar in the Paris one, it's just not to the same standard.
Is Jack Sparrow in the Paris one?
No,
like,
he does.
he is
in it, but he's not. It doesn't pop up like the one in Florida.
I don't remember it, but it's still really good. Like they're very similar.
Amazing.
But the Florida one still wins.
Definitely trumps it for us.
Yeah.
So the next one is Star Tours.
3, 2, 1. Yay!
Florida, hands down. Just because the one in Florida, although they literally are the same ride, same queues, same ride.
They're not the same queues. The one in Paris is like pushed at the back of their Tomorrowland, whereas the one in Florida has like the big. AT and like you go through the little forest and stuff.
It has its own entry, but once you get into the building, the queues are the same.
The queues are the same when you get inside.
Yeah. But the bit that did it for me is that I have been the spy on the one in Florida, but I've never been the spy on the one in Paris. So for me, that did it.
Also, I don't speak French. So
there is that.
It.
Half of it's in French in Paris, whereas the one in Florida is in English. No, it isn't. It's half and half.
I thought it was all. No, but some of the shows I thought Star Wars.
C3PO was French. Yeah. But he does speak like 3 million languages, so that's fine.
Yeah. No, I think the outside, when you actually see the outside of the ride, Star Tours in Paris, there's just nothing to it, whereas the theming of the Star Tours in Florida
and stuff.
Yeah, it's like,
it looks awesome.
Yeah, it just looks amazing. So I definitely think the one in Florida's better. Sorry, Paris. So the next one is the Buzz Lightyear ride. I think they have slightly different names. It's like Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, and I can't remember what the one's called in Florida, but in Paris. But yeah, you know what I mean, the shooting Buzz Lightyear one. You ready? So 3, 2, 1. Ooh, the same.
So, although they are pretty much the same ride, there's not much difference in between them, and different aliens perhaps, and different rooms and set out and stuff. The queue in Florida is actually slightly better than the queue in Paris.
Oh no, they do have that Buzz Lightyear. The same one in the
Florida when he talks to you and stuff. But the one in Paris has also got Mr. Potato Head as well as part of it. But for me, the reason Paris trumps it is because it's the only one that I've ever maxed out the score. So I was a Galactic Hero. Basically, I scored such a high score that my score reset itself and I started from 0 again because I reached the maximum. And because of that, that's what makes it the best, because that's an experience that I've done and I loved it so much and Charlotte's never done. So,
in all honesty, the reason I chose the Paris one is because I've been on that one more recently to the Florida one, and when we last went to Paris, we rode that ride so many times.
I reckon at least 12.
Yeah, that ride is in my head more. So
quality ride.
I would say Paris, but I may change my mind when we go later in the year to Florida. But yeah, they're both great. They're pretty much exactly the same.
So the last one is Tomorrowland Speedway or Autopia, which is obviously Paris's version.
Ready?
Nope. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I knew that was going to be. I was so worried you're going to pick Florida.
No, for me, Paris is my favourite one. We've been on both. We've only ridden them both once. But I don't know, I think it might have just been the time we went on the Paris one. When we went on the Paris one, it was dark.
Yeah.
And there was, I don't know, there was just all of the lights were around and they like lit all the trees up and all the tracks were like blue and green. They were all really bright and it was just, for some reason, that even though that's like a pretty like standard ride, when I think of our Disneyland Paris trip, that bit when we were on that ride is one of the things that I think of first. For
me, it's, although Speedway is quite big and it does go around a bit, I feel like it's very open. I feel like the whole thing's quite open. The sun's on you a lot. Not just because it's Florida, but because the one in Paris, there's a few different levels and there's tunnels, bridges to go under, but you're going through the woods as well in part of it. So like forests around you, and it is good. I think if I drove on Speedway at night, I might be different, but...
Oh, actually, I drove one in Florida and
I
you drove the one in Paris.
Yeah. So yeah.
Obviously you're the better driver, so we both chose Paris.
So, they are our choices. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Surely you can't disagree with the rock and roller coaster. Yeah.
And there are other rides that are in both parks that we haven't mentioned, but we just did like the main ones that came to my head. So yeah, let us know if you agree.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments and your favourite rides. So that's it for this video. We will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you agree with everything we've said.
And leave us a comment if you've got any videos that you want us to see, or you want us to do rather. Let us know, because we love to hear what you guys think.
Yeah. So we'll see you in the next video, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.